Hey, I'm out here at the warehouse, kind of stuck waiting on a truck to show up, pick up some solar panels. But you know, there's worse things than being stuck with a bunch of solar panels, right? Something that I realized that we had and I hadn't messed with yet was these MC-4 Ys, and why we were gonna need them, and why especially with what we're selling. So right now we've got these 400 watt modules here. I can show you guys what we've got here. These guys here. And they run a 49 volt open circuit, which is great because for 400 watts you're only having to run 10 amps through that wire. But we've got these MPPT charge controllers, which are also seem like pretty good charge controllers for what we're using them for. And we've got some of these in stock, but when you're running a 49 volt open circuit and you've got a 12 volt battery, you can only run one in series, you can't run two. And these controllers would run 2 panels. So then you end up running 4 wires back to the controller. So what this fixes for us, assuming that your wire between the charge controller and the panels is big enough, for us a 10 gauge is enough for the short run that we're making, is we're able to put these here on the backs of the panels. So what we have here is a negative from the panel to this guy, and then a negative from the other panel here to this guy as well. So it parallels it here at the panels, and then you only have to have the one pair of wires back to the charge controllers. So I can show you here, and the deal there is you want to make sure that you don't run more amperage through these than you have to. MC-4s are rated for 30 amps, I believe, and at this connection we're going to be running 20 amps. We're going to be running 20 amps, running 2 panels through these. So we've still got some room in there. I'd be a little worried about running 30 amps through one of these connectors, but two I'm okay with. Anyway, so what we've got here is a pair of 6 volt batteries, 6 volt golf cart batteries, and we can see that we're running we're up at 14.5 volts, so it's backing off on its wattage, so 250 watts. So I'm gonna go ahead and run my tester here to just kind of pull the voltage down a little bit, and we'll see that we're hitting 640 watts here in the afternoon. So we're definitely getting both of those panels into the charge controller. So there's an option for you. If you need any panels, wiring, charge controllers, MC-4 Ys, we've actually got all of those in stock. We even have, bear with me while I dig this out real quick. We have these guys, which are Z brackets with the butyl tape on the bottom already. So you could put these in and then go ahead and do some die core on top if you're doing like an RV, anything on the roof. And these are actually rated for heavier panels. A lot of the Z brackets on Amazon, all the ones I could find, were not rated for the 50, 60 pounds of a 72 cell panel, or in our case, 144 half cell, same size, right? So with our 50 pound panels, I didn't want to buy Z brackets that could only handle 30 or 40 pounds. Hi, Jacob. Hi. Jacob's hanging out with me today. So we have those, so we could get you everything from the panel to the 10 gauge wiring to the MC-4 adapters, the charge controller, the brackets holding the panels to the roof. So come grab what you need and you could have a complete system to charge your existing battery. If you're also looking for batteries, we've got lithium iron phosphate cells that we're selling for 75 bucks a piece. So if you want to replace a 12 volt battery in your RV, you could get 4 of those at a BMS, and for about 400 bucks, you can have a 1.28 kilowatt hour battery pack that you can actually do an 80% depth of discharge on for your RV. And it's got more protections than a lead acid battery. It's the thing with lead acid batteries is that a lot of people are like, well, it doesn't work for me, or they die too early. And I think a lot of that is that they're abused because they don't have low voltage protection. Like you have an inverter that's low voltage protection. Sure, it shuts off at 10 volts, but at that point, your battery is gonna be toast compared to what it was new. You really need to shut that thing off at 12 volts. And I think that batteries just aren't big enough in a lot of RVs for what people wanna do with them. So get yourself a lithium iron phosphate from us. So we've got just about everything. If you want me to build you a battery, I'll build you a battery. Just let me know what you want. I'll give you a number. Anyway, hope y'all are having fun with your solar journey. Talk to you later.